as usual. All right. All right, great. Please, can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
It's powerful. Great. So, I think this is our third topic so far. We looked at how to manage time very well. I think that was the first one we looked at. And then we've also looked at how to manage stress. Right? We've also looked at how to manage stress. Just a second, let me answer. Yeah, we looked at how to manage stress, I think for 2 or 3 weeks, if I remember. And then today, we're going to look at a very interesting topic. So those who were on last week, I hope you got the chance to watch the video. If you didn't, then you've missed though. So you want to try and watch this video link. So those who were on last week and those who missed too, when you watch the video, you will see that I'll tell you. I will mention it. Especially now that we have COVID and many of you are not going to work. You might as well use the time to watch something interesting, which is not a movie. What do you guys think? Something interesting, which is not a movie. Miss Carol, what do you think? Miss Carol, I thought you were on last week.
Yes.
Did you get the chance to watch it?
I forgot to.
So you have to try and watch it because it will complete everything we talked about.
Heard.
Yeah. So. All right. Anytime you're about to watch a Nigerian movie, remember you've not watched this one. Then you can watch it and then continue your Nigerian movie.
I only watched a Nigerian movie just for time to fly away. That's all.
Yeah, so watch this one for time to fly away. You know media will worry you. So if you want time to fly away, then you watch this one too. Okay, great. You know, I was looking for a good way to put it together, but maybe how to easily get an internship this summer was what I could think of. I was saying that because some of you may not necessarily look for an internship this summer, but still the information will help you because anytime you are trying to look for a job in your area, I'm not talking about working in, not your area of expertise. But if you want to get a job in your field of expertise, you want to do this, right? You want to do this. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. Can you give me a second? My son has woken up. I have to tell. Just a second. All right. Sorry. Yeah. So, but this will help you anytime. If you're even looking for a full-time job, it's the same thing. But you don't want to look for a full-time job without an internship. It's okay. You want to do an internship because the internship experience puts you above a lot of people, right? So I just said internship this summer because I'm guessing most of you may be looking for internship this summer or even a full-time job. Yeah. full-time job without experience, I may be able to tell you 1 or 2 things you can do to gather experience in a short period of time. If you are listening to me, is it okay? So we'll see how everything goes. Okay. See how everything goes. Great. Are you ready to ramble? If you're ready to ramble, can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Great. So I grouped the whole process into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into 5 steps. Is it okay? I don't think we'll finish all today. But whatever we'll talk about, you can have a next step for next week. Right now, there's COVID-19, so many of them are slow on hiring anyway. So it's good. I'll tell you why it's good for you, because we are doing this at this time. Is it okay? So the first thing when it comes to your ability to secure an internship is called the mindset change. Is it okay? You must change your mindset on certain things. If you don't change your mindset on certain things, you are going to struggle. And I get this a lot. A lot of students are in this problem that I'm about to share. Yeah. And if you have that mindset, you are in trouble. You see, I mean, there are about 76 million students in America, and paid internships are like 1%, if not even less. Yeah, only 1% of them will get paid internships. How do you get into that 1%? That is what I'm trying to tell you. You know, so I know Miss Becca is doing engineering management, right? And I know Mr. Yaro is doing graphic design. I know Sister Elsie, you are doing what? Psychology, right? Am I correct?
Yes,
Yeah, I know Brad Goffred, but I know Brad Goffred is doing MBA. Brad Goffred, am I correct?
Yes, please.
Yeah, and I know Sister Rahel is doing sociology. Sister Rahel, am I correct?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and then I know Miss Carol. Miss Carol wants to do business. Miss Carol, am I correct or it has changed?
Oh, yeah, correct.
It's not changed, right? Okay. Then David is a computer science student, right? So all these, there are jobs and internships for them, but then you need to know what to do to get yourself. And I'm teaching you this because I did 3 internships back in school, 18 months of internship, 6 months every year. 18 months of it. Right after that, I've worked. I'm turning down offers, even with complicated situations, because I can guarantee you that if you listen to what I'm saying, I can guarantee you can even, if you like the guarantee, I can make $1,000 if you listen to me fully. If you listen to everything I'm telling you and you don't get an internship or full time, I'll dash you $1,000 for free. And I know that if you don't get it, it's because you didn't do everything that I asked you to do. And I'll tell you the part you didn't do.
Wow.
Because it's not that complicated to get an internship. The first mindset is to stop thinking. Many of us, we came from high school, or we came from, a lot of you are undergrads. You came from high school, you came from, you think you have a nice GPA, your high school, you were one of the good students, or you got into America, so you think you are big, you are all that. You think the world revolves around you. That's point number 1. You have to change that mentality. Nobody cares about, when you came here, don't you see how sometimes how African Americans are being treated and things like that? It should give you an idea that the color of your skin puts you at a huge disadvantage. You are not in your country. And I get this all the time. It's like some students are in school. Sometimes you are trying to talk to them. Sometimes I'm telling them, look, develop relationships, develop networks. You will need it. They feel that school is all that is needed. And when they are about to graduate, they realize it's not true. They realize that, look, the school doesn't care so much about your job. The school is just interested in your money. So that mindset that, you are the big thing, so, I can take my time. Recently, I was looking at somebody's resume, I started laughing. Hey, I said that this resume, if even a baby was the CEO, they won't take this resume. You know, so the first mindset is to stop thinking that you are so, you did well in high school, or you did well in this quiz, something, so you are the big thing out there. You are, nobody thinks like that. Nobody cares much about that. Rather, you should be ready to do the hard work like everyone else to get in there. You should be ready to do all the necessary hard work. Yeah, I mean, I get it from, sometimes I'm talking to some of the undergrads, you can see that, man, their whole life is centered on school. And then that little thing, that little mindset that, no, school is important, but I need to realize that there are certain things I need to do if I'm going to be able to get a job. What is the essence of school if you can't get a job? I remember I had a friend I graduated with. After 2 years or so, he hadn't gotten a job, and the loan was huge, and the loan had kicked in. I tell you, I remember he asked me a question: what is the purpose of a degree when you can't get a job with it? And the unfortunate thing is that many people go back to school again, still making the same mistake. So the first mindset change is to stop thinking that you are so important and then you are the next big thing. So President Trump should come and look for you.
Wow.
It's not true. They are not looking for you at all. They are looking for the best. And you may have been the best in high school, but corporate America, you are in a different country, a different mindset, a different everything. So you should be ready to take that mindset out of your mind because I got the best in this. No, not at all. You should be ready to put in the work. So the first thing you need to learn is that I should be ready to know what to do. And I shouldn't think that if I get 4.0, Google will come. Google will not come. You know, somebody who said, okay, as long as I get 4.0, oh, I'm telling you, believe me, it's not true. I know companies who don't like to have 4.0s, you know, because they say that they are not sociable, or they are not social, however they say the English, you know. So don't think that, okay, if I just get a good high GPA, it means that they will come looking for me. Or if I do something, I put it there. No. Believe me, you have no idea. What they are looking for is experience. No, but GPA, if they weigh GPA, it's like 10, 20%. 60%, 70% is experience. I can assure you a CEO will pick somebody with experience over high GPA any day. You see, but you don't know. You think that if I get all the A's and this. And so what I'm saying is that do well in school, but have the mindset that you need to do well also in how to get a job. Is it okay? So that you can secure it. I think he has held his ears. He says I'm talking too loud. My son is sleeping. He's held his ears. I'm sure he's looking at me and said, I'm talking too loud here. Give me a second. Is somebody downstairs? Okay. Let me go downstairs so that I don't disturb him. Oh, okay. I should stay here. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm sharing the first mindset change. It helps you to put in the double work, even to get in, right? And right now, summer is in May, June. So if you start now, that's what I'm saying. Whatever you are listening, this is a good time. I can guarantee you, if you listen to everything I'm saying and you don't get it, it's not possible. You see, because many of these things they won't tell you in school. School would say that focus on school, focus on school, focus on school, focus on your GPA. No, focus on your GPA and focus on work, on how to get work. The two are not the same. Great. The second mindset thing, or like I said, the second thing to that they may not tell you, school may not tell you, is technically, if you want an easy full-time job and you are an undergrad, easy to go in an undergrad, at least you should have done 2 internships. Oh yeah, I know this automatically makes it difficult for a lot of us, but God will provide mysteriously in Jesus' name. You see, sometimes we shouldn't put pressure on God. If we have done the right things some years before, it will be easy. See, then now God has to move in a miraculous way. See, so graduate students always aim to do one. If you do one, you are fine. The reason why graduate students one is because they are hoping, expecting that when you finish your undergrad, you did something, or you've done some internships between your undergrad, so it all adds up as experience. But technically, generally, if you are listening to me looking for a full-time job and you don't have 2 or more internship experience, internship can be paid or non-paid. I'm telling you, it's almost impossible, irrespective of your GPA. I'm saying that because just last week I interviewed, just about 3 different positions at my workplace. I don't even know the school they went to. Even the school they went to, I didn't even look at it on their resume. I mean, thinking about it, I didn't even check. In fact, thinking about it, even in their GPA wasn't even on the thing. And now thinking about it, I'm sure if I would have noticed, but I remember the experiences. I remember the projects they had done. I'm telling you, that's what they look at. So if you are here, you are in sophomore year, I always tell my church members, don't do summer school. When I say don't do summer school, I'm not giving you bad advice. Summer, look for whatever you can do, look for an internship. And I'm telling you, so if you are a graduate student, you aim for one is good. That's why I like their Brown School, they give them 368 hours. They make it compulsory. That is why when they finish, they get jobs. It's so easy. Yeah, me, when I did 18 months of co-op before I graduated, I didn't even have OPT as an international student. But still, I was able to get a job, which filed for my H1 straight for me. I'm explaining to you that, and the GPA wasn't, it was okay, but it wasn't 4.2. I had given my life to serve God, and I listened to good advice. So what they will not tell you in school is that, you need to get at least 2, or let me say at least 6 months, of internship. 2 internships or 6 months. That's what I mean. Because usually an internship is like 3 months, right? So start working on the mind that summer school internship is more important than summer school. I don't know what you are looking for. If you are listening to me, I'm telling you, all of you here, you are doing something. Some of you are about to graduate. As you're about to graduate, maybe you'll be applying for a full-time job. Some of them may say it's an internship. Take it. The internship will lead you to the real one. After all, if you're international, you have 1 year anyway. And internship is 3 months. Yeah, but usually it's very hard. Yeah, usually it's very hard to be able to get a full-time job without that. So I always say, don't. Sometimes I hear students, they'll say that, I want to finish school quickly. So because of that, they take classes quickly and they forget work. And they don't know that the classes, as I've never used anything I learned in my class. I've not used it in school. I've not used it. The things I use in school, at work, I learned them at work. So I always say, don't be the type, summer internship. Always think that way. Summer internship. Some of the schools do co-op. Go for co-op. Don't sit down saying that you want to finish school quickly. Even when you finish school, there's masters. Now these days, when you finish masters, there's PhD. There's whatever you do, you keep going now for a while. Yeah. My workplace, there is no bachelor students at my workplace. Almost about 20 people in my team. No bachelor. So when you finish bachelor's, you are about to, you take your handkerchief, you are jubilating. You are about to go to school again if you want to get in at some level. So don't be so much in a haste that I have to take summer class so that I can finish quickly. No, you must work. Tell your mind is, I must work during summer and I must do an internship. No, I'm not talking about McDonald's and all that. I must do an internship. And you need to tell your mind that without an internship, I won't make it with a good full-time job. You need to tell your mind that. School will not tell you, but it's the truth. If you meet somebody who gets in without that, I'm telling you, it's some special grace, or they know somebody who knows somebody. Believe me, they know somebody who knows somebody. Apart from that, it's not that easy. If you understand it so far, can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Great. So now that is the mindset change that I need you guys to have. And then the second part of when it comes to internships is, how do I stand out? So I'll share with you 2 ways you stand out. This one, it works in every way. Why do you have to stand out? I just shared with you that there are 76 million students. Only 1% will get paid internships. It's very small. So you must stand out. You must stand out. And so I just give you 2 things if you do. And I'm hoping that this week, find time, 1 hour. Remember, I've told you, internship summer must happen. It's more important. It's more important. You know, Mr. David is not looking for internship. He's looking for a full-time job. What I'm saying is still, Mr. David will tell you, when he came to, when he landed in America, I told him that every summer internship. So every summer he has done internship. Since he joined, he came to St. Louis. Every summer internship. Every summer internship. And even with President Trump making it difficult for immigrants to do this, that, because many companies don't want to hire now because, you know, they are making it very difficult for this and all that. Still, he's getting a lot of interviews to go to. Just last week, spring break, he went to chill in a company, put him in there for 4 days for interviews and things like that, chilling. Once in a while, I'm advising him. And because he has internship experience on there, his life is a little easy. That is what the people are looking for. Is it okay? So the next thing, like I said, how do I stand out? There are a lot of things. What I'm telling you, it's applicable everywhere. These are things I did, which made my life very easy. Yeah, I didn't struggle much. I didn't struggle much. You see, many of you, you are nice people already. You see, many of you, you are nice people already. So you just have to get in. Hey, Jojo, I see you. How are you?
Good, you? I'm fine.
I'm doing well. Are you back home in Baldwin?
Yeah.
Wow. Say hello to Daddy and Mommy for me.
All right.
It's powerful. Great. So the second thing I mentioned I was going to talk about was how to stand out. This is how I stood out. Many students don't do this. First and foremost, if you have 2 internships before you graduate, very few people do have 2 internships. Very few. Very few. So that alone puts you in a very small group. Now, within that small group, or how do you stand out as an undergrad? Now, what I did was I built a website for myself. You can all do that. Right? I built a simple website. Now everybody can build a website. Website, you don't need to be a computer science student to build a website. It is not true. You just need to know how to use Wix. You see, so if you realize, I put here a simple link just to help. This is 1 hour. In 1 hour, you can have a nice site. No, as you are here, you've not even thought of it. So think about it. When somebody tell you, oh, I have my own site, all of a sudden they're like, oh wow, they see initiative. I mean, when I built my site, I built it to learn a lot of things though. Yeah, but it's one of the things that I've seen. So I quickly put this link here. That is what I'm saying, that as you are in COVID-19 and many of you are at home, this is the time. This is the time. Miss Becca, by next week, you should have your site up and running. I think next week I'm going to check what at least everybody has done a little bit, right? What do you think? Yeah, so irrespective of your area, you can have a site. Go to www.wix.com. You can build a free website on Wix. David built our church website on Wix, and David didn't know how to code there. Mr. David, are you on? Hey, Mr. David, where are you? We can't hear you if you are talking.
Hello. Sorry, there's a noise in the background. That's why I have.
Yeah, I was saying that you've used Wix before.
Yes.
Can anybody build a website with Wix?
Yeah, anyone. All you need to know is how to use a mouse, and then you should.
Yes, how to use the mouse, and then you can have a nice website. Simple. What are some of the things you can put on your website? Put your resume on there. You know, if you look at this link, you see, I've shared this with all of you. If you look at this link, it will show you how to build a simple Wix website. It's 1 hour, I think. Simple. And I think I wrote there some of the things you can have.
Pastor T, I have a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Where should, with building the website, where should we put our resume there?
Where should you put it on your resume?
Now, where to put the resume on the website?
So let me give you an example. So I am showing you my website, right? So my website is going to show up very soon. Yeah, I mean, well, I said here that you can use mine as a template for ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, you see my resume is up here. So if then you come to the site, you see my resume is colored. You won't miss it.
Okay.
And then you see it here to see my resume. And then the whole site talks about things I know how to do. Okay. So this can give all of you ideas. I know how to, anything you feel you know how to do, any technology you feel you know how to use, put it there. I have the things the websites I've built, projects I've done, you know, the school I went to, all that. You can build it easily in Wix. Anyway, I didn't use Wix for this one, but you can still be able to easily build it. Wix gives you templates. It's very easy, believe me. Wix gives you templates. So if you want to create a new site, so watch what I'm doing. I'm just doing this almost in just 2 minutes. Please, everybody should try to build a site. So business, whatever, I don't know. I don't know if you want to choose business, designer, blog. Maybe I would probably choose portfolio and CV. But you can experiment with a lot of it. It's free. Yeah. This one says, answer a few questions and it will get a website designed just for you in minutes. You can do it that way, or you can create your website with the Wix editor. Here you choose a template. Here you just write some things to design. Try both. Try it. You are at home, COVID-19, have a site in a week or two, at least something about you. You see, and then when I got to the template, you see, this is somebody's template. It's already there. So if you pick it, you just change the words to suit you. Maybe something like this, business CV. I see this business CV here. Let me click on view to see how it looks like. Yeah. So it means you may have to get a picture of you like this, write your name here, about me, something about you, skills. You see, so something simple. This, Jojo, you can do this in an hour. I'm telling you. When you get this, all what you do is edit sites. That's all. Now, when you edit the site, when you click on edit site, then it's like Microsoft Word. You just change the things, then you save. Change the things, then you save. You cannot believe that people haven't thought of this. So when you do this, somebody's like, wow, you have your own site. You see, yeah. See, right now, if I was the one building this, It's assuming that then all of a sudden, I can just write my name in there. I'm ready to go. When I'm done, I save. When I save, it will ask you, do you want to see the name? You call it whatever. So it will be a long URL. This is how you do it. But like I said, this video will teach you. I've put a link to the video on YouTube. If you follow it, you'll be fine. It's free. If you want to buy, and I encourage me, I bought something like princetituskujo.com. I bought it. It's $9 a year. A whole year. Just don't eat McDonald's one day. And $10 a whole year, you can have jojo.com or lcpokoa.com or rebecca.com. And then you will point it to the one you built here. Easy. After you build something nice, just reach out to me. I'll show you how to do it. It's very easy. And like I said, you can look at my resume to have ideas on it's good to have your experiences, cool things. I remember I used to even write my devotions on there. Sometimes I will write. I use mine to learn a lot of things. But you see, this one alone gives you something to work with because it's coming as a template. Write a little about yourself, your skills, put them there. It's a gallery. Okay, Microsoft, arrange it nicely. Then simple things, contact form, simple. You see, download my resume down here. Simple. You can just keep it just like that. Miss Becca, you see how the template has download my full resume up here too?
Yes, Pastor.
So easy. You are done. That 1 day work or 1 hour, it will set you apart from a lot of students. They will see that you have initiative and drive. And it is easy. If it was hard, believe me, I won't let you do it. But it's very easy. And I know it sets me apart because anytime it comes up in the computer, I always, I know many students don't have, so I build this, I build that, just to be able to this. Right? So the first thing I would say, especially if you are thinking of summer internship, I want to encourage everybody to have a website. Yeah, have your own website. You only pay $10 a year. I'm telling you, if $10 a year is so much expensive, $10 a whole year. When you get a job, when I got my job, then I closed it down. I don't need the money again. I have the job now. Or Jojo, what do you think?
That's really.
Yeah, when you get a job, you don't need the thing again. $10. Oh, then after all, the job will give you more money in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was doing my internship, I was making more than $10 an hour than the $10 a year. So it's worth it. Is it okay? And Miss Carol, what do you think? Are you there?
Yes, please, I'm here.
Yeah. What do you think? You should build a personal website of yourself.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. This week, it should be everybody's project. When as you are at home, some of you don't drive and all that. Then you find that 1 hour driving distance, you use it to build your thing. And when you are ready to get your domain name, I will show you. Just reach out to me. I'll show you how to get it and point it to it. Easy peasy. All right. So the second thing you do to stand out is very important. After you've built your site, you want to have your site in your resume. I'll talk about the resume later. It's all come up. But the next thing you want to do is you need to know what technology is currently being used by someone in your area. So Miss Elsie, are you there?
Yes, Pastor.
Okay, so I'm going to use Miss Elsie as an example. Let's say that Miss Elsie wanted to look for a summer internship or something. The first question she will ask herself is that what course am I doing? Psychology, right? Is that correct? Is it psychology and something?
No, just psychology.
Okay, so the question then you ask yourself with that question after that is what kind of jobs do psychology people do? Can you give me an example? Listen to that. This is like that's in everybody. If you are doing MBA or if you are doing, Jojo, you are doing mechanical, right? Or civil?
Electrical.
Or you are doing electrical now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's powerful. So if you are doing electrical, then you ask yourself, what kind of jobs will I be looking for? Or people with electrical engineering, what kind of jobs do they do? So if we are picking psychology, sister Elsie, help us. It's your job. So you should know what to search for when you're looking for a job. Or so give us some.
You can be a therapist, counselor.
Wait, slowly. You can be a therapist.
Yeah.
Can a bachelor's holder be a therapist?
No, so right now I'm doing my associates, and after that I'll move on to the.
Yeah. Okay, but for internship, therapists. So what kind of jobs can you get as an intern? So maybe you can work with a therapist. Is it something like that? You may be able to work with a therapist or a counselor. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Then what else? Therapist, counselor, anything else you can think of?
You can work at the hospital.
As a what?
As an intern with the patients.
As a what? As a link with the patients.
So like you can shadow the so it depends on the field you go into.
Yeah, so let's pick yours. Let's say you were looking for a job. So you just tell us what you would do with your field of study. I just need
counseling.
One more. Go on. I didn't hear that.
Counseling.
Okay, counselor, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, this is the second thing you do to stand out. So Miss Becker, let's pick Miss Becker also. Miss Becker, engineering management. What are the jobs you'll be looking for? You'll be searching for online to apply for. Give me some. Give me about three.
I can work in supply chain.
Supply chain.
I can work in consultancy, like business consultancy.
So what will you do in business consultancy? What job would you be would you be looking for business consultancy around me? Is that what you will Google?
Yes. Also, I'm looking for marketing and project management or business consultant.
Okay, project management and what? Marketing.
Yes.
But what has marketing got to do with engineering management?
Yeah, so our major here undergrad is really broad. So
Okay. All right. Sure. Okay, I think I get you. So I'm going to use these two examples. Listen, what are we looking for? Go number 4. Go online and search for a kind of job you want and pick 3 tools they mentioned in the job description. So I'm going to do therapist. Therapist jobs near me. I like to do that. And then, hey, is it massage therapist? Sister LCA.
No.
Is it respiratory therapist? I see activities therapist. I see respiratory therapist. I see massage therapist. I see a lot of therapists, physical therapists. So now which one are we looking for? Or I should do counselor. I should do the counselor one. Okay. All right. Let's do counselor. Counselor jobs around me. Okay. So counselor, social worker, something like this, right?
Yeah.
So come and look through what they are looking for. Look for the tools. You see, when you read, you see that they may mention some tools. You see here, they said mandated supra staff qualifications. If you look through, you always see that there is a particular tools or something which they are always asking for. So this one, if I decide to read more, no, maybe primary health mental diagnosis. This includes performing continuous assessment. So you have to ask yourself, how do they perform continuous assessment? You see, so if maybe for this lady's job, for example, I can easily write, I need to figure out how I'm going to learn this by myself. That's the whole point of number 4. How can I easily learn this by myself? What can I do to set myself apart? So things like that. You can pick another one, mental health counselor, independent, trauma, strength-based approach to supporting the position. Usually they will tell you what they need. Maybe here they say maintain licensure, something. Remember, this one is not the internship. You are not looking for interns. You are looking for actually the real job. Some of the things that some of the tools that they need. Right. So let me pick Sister Becker's own as an example too. Let's say if I do supply chain jobs near me, then this is WWT. So they will say, okay, responsibilities, procurement experience. Do you know any tool used for procurement? Then you look through it. PC skills required. Okay, I have that. Somebody who knows how to operate Microsoft Office. Okay, I have that. Data entry, troubleshooting. Look through. What am I saying? Look through to see if there is 1 or 2 tools which seem to stem up every time that they seem to like, and see if you can learn about it. Read about it. Yeah, read a little bit about it. And because I don't have a lot of time, so, but do you guys understand? And do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Don't look for internship jobs. Look for the real jobs of what you want to do. And just pick 1 or 2. I mean, some of them you may come across it in school or something, but a lot of it you may not. Right? So and I get this all the time. Someone said, oh, they said this software, we don't know how to, like accountants, they'll say they should know how to use, some Excel sheets, some kind of software. I'm always trying to remember the name. QuickBooks. But QuickBooks is very easy to use. But they'll wait till they are graduating, they realize that they have to learn how to use QuickBooks. But anytime you use your break time, let's say you have a break, you have to learn these things. Supply chain senior manager, you are trying to get in. So I don't know if it's the same thing, but yeah, it's the same idea. Just read through, you will come up with 2 or 3 certifications required. You always forget the number of years they are looking for. Forget it. It's not important. You see this one I'm seeing, they want maybe somebody who can use SAP, Oracle, something. And so when you read others, you go through about 20. Go through about 20 jobs. So if it's electrical engineering jobs, for example, near me, go through about 20 entry level. And entry level, look at what they are looking for. And look for, is there a software you are supposed to know how to use? I think that's the main question I'm asking. Let me put that here. Is there a software you are supposed to know how to use? That's one of the main things I've seen. Accountants, sometimes they mention QuickBooks. Psychology, they will mention something. Always, they will mention something. So when you go through, you will always find out that, oh, I can actually learn this thing. So sometimes I tell the computer science people, Charlie, Python is very popular. Almost a lot of jobs, they are asking for Python. Learn it. It's easy. Just go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube and just Google Python. Python tutorial. Yeah, something simple. Yeah, learn Python. This one, usually I like to check how many minutes is it. 4 hours. Then you can be able to do Python, and almost a lot of your jobs will be Python or Ruby. Use the time to learn all these things. So just pick one or two. Don't pick a lot. One, even one or two. Once you can see it, right? So I wrote here that go online and search for the kind of job you want, and pick 2 to 3 tools they mentioned that stands out often. Yeah, and try to learn them. When you want tutorial, just go to YouTube and search. Is there a software to learn? I'm telling you, this is how you set yourself apart. You set yourself apart with a simple website, and that you have taken your time apart from school. Me, all the things, you'll be surprised. Everything I do at work, I didn't even learn it in school. Even website building. Me, when I built my first website, the Wix was not there. Wix was not founded yet. I had to learn HTML, build it from scratch, and all those things. Right? But now it's very easy, but still people are not taking advantage of it to set themselves out. So, is there anybody who has any question with the number 4? David, do you understand it?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Let me see who else is on.
I will send.
I have a question. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Janaina. I'm Rebecca's friend.
Oh, Janaina, how are you? Yes.
I'm good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So please, what's your question?
So I've done 2 field classes for 3 months, actually, during the summer of 2018. And I was wondering if I could write those down as internship. Like, do those count as internships?
So actually,
They weren't in school. They were like outside of school.
Yes. So and I was actually going to talk about it when we get to the resume.
Okay.
Yeah, the resume is actually the next I was going to talk about.
Okay.
But it's on your resume, you should have 2 things: experience and something called projects. Right? If you feel, and the format is the same. Yeah, the format is easily the same. I can maybe I will probably I may probably show you my entry level resume. I think I had it somewhere. But the format is the same in the sense that you see how with your experience you have where you did it, the year, the roles, how you have that. You write it the same way. But projects are things you did in school per se, or maybe you learned somewhere else, but it was, let's say, it was more a project-based thing, but it wasn't in corporate America. But if it was something, let's say it was in corporate America, you were paid for it, you can put it there as experience. But usually I encourage the experience and the projects that you do. So me, for example, in my school, almost every project I did, I put it on my resume, and I put my school name there, that the experience was in my school, the project. So maybe I'll put this university. I did it from January 2000 and this to this. What was the name of the position? Let's say the project. Then I give myself, not give myself, but I call the name of the project. I'm sure that every project has a name. I'm sure it was called something. You put that there. What did you do? Number 1, just like an experience.
Okay.
The same format. Yeah. So if you do that, you would always be fine. But let me quickly, is there anyone who has any question before I go to resume building? And I think maybe we will stop at resume building, and then next week we will talk about the applications. But the assignment for this week is try and build a personal CV kind of site for yourself, like I talked about, and then try and look through to, if you've already done the work and you are good with a lot of the 1 or 2 of the software that your area you use is fine. But most of the software, it's on the internet already. Take the initiative and drive to learn them. Many of us, we don't have the luxury like maybe those who were born here, so they can be looking for jobs for 2 years. Some of us, we have just 2 months, 3 months. So if you don't quickly do some of these things before you finish school, you know, you may be in trouble. But let me quickly talk about the resume one so that we can wrap up. So there is, I always encourage students to rebuild their resume for a couple of reasons. I'm just pulling this resume I usually give a lot of the students. And if you can rebuild it, I would really encourage it. If not, the main idea is this. I always tell them to rebuild it in the sense that usually this is out there. Usually if you go to my personal site, you see it up here. And I always tell them to just change things, you know, leave the format, everything, because this is a resume for many of my students. Yeah, they all build it off of this. So keep having, well, many students' resumes have education on top. Your education should not come on top. That's number one. Your skills should come on top, because they are interested in your skills and experience more than your education. Yeah, so that's one major thing. So I usually tell people that I will send them the link. Try and change your resume to see this. Number two, they will tell you that have only 1 page. It's not true. Have 2 pages. Many people have, anytime you have 1 page, they already assume you've not done a lot in life. Yeah, anytime you have 1 page, but if you have 3 pages they will say you are not serious. So aim for 2. Two means that, oh, this guy might have probably done a lot on campus. Yeah, they will always look at the second page, but you want the first page to have something about you, your skills, and then your experience, you know, and then you can have education, other awards. So this is where, if you have other special awards, or, you know, you were part of anything, and then projects, it's a little different. But maybe I'm going to pull, let me see if I can find my school resume back in those days. I thought I had it here somewhere. It's been so old. It's been almost 10 years since I used it. But that was so I can show Janina what I meant. Man, where is this? I think it's even online. I've searched for it online before. What was it? Aha, great. It's online. So yeah, this resume comes from the website I built 10 years ago when I was in school.
Wow.
Yeah, and the resume, it's an old resume, but it's still on there. But just to show Janina what I was talking about, and the one I recommend you all to convert to is this one.
Okay.
Yeah, but so this is what I meant, Janina. You see how I have projects down here?
Yes.
It's the format is just like experience. It's just like that. But these projects, they were projects I took in courses in school. So I took a course in school. It was if it was in this college or this department, that's what I put there. It was pretty much any project, research, anything you did in school, and it's a project. You can easily put it on your resume so that you have 2 pages. Anybody who tells you you should have 1 page on your resume, believe me, they've not worked a lot in the corporate world. You set yourself apart with 2-page resume and a lot of experience and projects. Is it okay? So as many as can, if you want to, whichever resume you have, you can duplicate this. You know what? Let me just put this one too there so that it can help. I'm putting this there also. So that if you also want to see the old one, you can have that. My old resume. This is my old school resume, 2008, probably. Yeah.
Wow.
You see it on my school website. Yeah. So great. You can build it off of this template. Like I said, you can go to make a copy, make changes, leave the structure for this resume. I'm telling you, a lot of my students use it to get a lot of. I know if you build it like this, I know they will call you. David, you've changed yours like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you sent me this
I always tell
stipulation.
them that change the format, arrange it like that. And don't worry, you when you put it up with maybe David, I should have told you the project. Anyway, I think you had projects in yours, right? But you did it like this.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I use this format as well.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so that's what I would say of the resume. Is it okay? So for this week, just go on, try the website, look for those 2 to 3. I'm going to ask everybody next week, God willing, if you're able to, what you've done so far. You don't need to finish your website. At least you've done something. So you can send me a link to see something, and then some 2 or 3, two software or something you've gotten, based off of your area, right? And then I think that's the assignment for this week. The next week, I will talk more about the resume, and then we'll wrap up with the last 4 points. Anyone with any question before we wrap up for next week?
No.
Great. All right. So like I said, I always record this. So I'm going to stop the recording, and then I will upload it to YouTube as usual.